Good morning, gamers and everyone in general. This is Edge again from Edge Plays. I did promise in a comment video, doing kind of like thoughts about my updates for the video channel, that I do have like a vertical slice of one of the games I've been playing. So what you're seeing in front of you at the moment is another game that I bought earlier this year that didn't come out this year, but was one that kind of was on the backlog. So this is like one of the backlog games that I've been enjoying. It's called Sakura Wars, and if you are new to the series, it is how to best describe this game without coming off like an idiot. I would say it is a friendship simulator mixed in with mech combat at this point, with more of a dash of like character interaction more than combat. The previous game, it's part of a so long-running series by Sega, who had originally made these games for the Sega Saturn, the Dreamcast, and I think the Nintendo Wii as well. And predominantly, you play as a squad captain for a bunch of pilots who fight demons in steam-powered mechs. And I'm saying that with a straight face because you know what? It's fun, it really is. The premise though as well is that they also in their side time jobs run a theatre or some kind of production thing to sort of help the general public, kind of boost morale. So it's like an alternate timeline instead of it being like, you know, electric power and steam power, like electric and like nuclear power. It's more like they've gone down the whole steampunk, steam-powered powers and technology. So a big part of the chunk of the game is you will be interacting with people, or the various members of your unit or squad, getting to know them more, getting to work out, you know, what makes them tick, and then trying to improve on them, on what their problems are, so you can get the best out of them during missions, during combat. This version of the game feels very much like I'm in an episode of Bleach, because the main artist, Tita Kubo, helped make some designs for the characters in this game. That's probably why there's a strong sense of Ichigo in the main character a little bit, I guess. But I generally like it. Do you know what? It's been quite a good fun game actually. The premise here a little bit in this particular part is the theatre is kind of run down, so you're kind of the everyman's job at the moment. So not only are you collecting outfits, or you're like doing errands, promoting the theatre, but you're also helping make sure they get enough to eat. Like even the littlest jobs, but you're kind of, as you play the game, you kind of learn a little bit more, and you kind of like depending on what answer you give in these little choice sort of situations, can make them hate you a little bit. So it's that sort of getting to know the characters, which is kind of interesting. I know that some people might say like this is definitely a far call away from the previous games. I don't know if it is. Because generally, like, the old games were pretty much like you got to know the characters, you have these relationships with them, befriend them, and yes, I'm fairly sure you can probably date one of them as well. But you also get that combat. Now, traditionally the combat in the older ones was more like, I guess the closest thing you could probably say was Fire Emblem, or things like maybe Advance Wars. Well, I say Advance Wars, that came out a little bit after, didn't it? But yeah, so you have a turn-based strategy. Well, this one's a little bit more live action. Now, I'm not going to probably show too much of the action, because as I was doing this vertical slice of the game, from my records, I've got more of the interaction stuff. So if people are wanting to see some of the combat, let me know in the comments below, and I will try and just do a full-on, just a live review, or just a live, just full-on mission of what it is. People can get a view on it. My initial, I'm only about probably halfway through the game at the moment, because when I got it earlier this year, this was before I got Persona 5 Strikers. I was just finishing off playing Ghost of Tsushima with N7 Kate and Dante, because we were doing the 4-player multiplayer content with that. Really good fun. If you are curious to see what we were doing on those videos, check the links in my channel, and you'll see how we were going through. Not well in some places, but really well in others. But yeah, no. Anything else I can think of with this game? Yeah. I mean, predominantly, yes, I'm going to be told probably by Kate, there's a lot of girls in this one. There are a lot of dudes as well, but no, you cannot do weird things with those, unfortunately. I guess probably the weird one to say that. I don't know why I said that loud then. But yes, fun game. Very, very easy to get into. I would probably say for those who aren't probably used to this kind of game, if you're looking for action, full-on kind of like Dynasty Warriors, or just kind of full-on like, you know, hack and slash, or getting these mech combats going, it's not 50-50. I think later on, as I'm getting through, it might get more and more into that, but predominantly it's a lot more story focused, or a lot more going back and forth between the different rooms of the theatre, going into the town itself and exploring, kind of a lot of dialogue. So if you love these sort of dialogue games, or there's these sort of like, you know, sort of character driven bits and pieces, I would say that you'd enjoy this. It's not a complex plot, it's not very deep, not like, say, you know, you're not going to get like 70 hours worth of story out of it, but it's like, it's still a fun game. It was something that I was like guilty pleasure. I thought, you know what, I really enjoy the music, I enjoy the theme song, obviously, and I liked the visual ones from before. I just thought, give it a try, why not? It was cheap. And yeah, this is one of the backlog games that I'm playing at the moment. By the way, if anyone wants to see more of this particular game, or any of the other backlogs I'm playing for at the moment, I can't really show Persona 5 Strikers at the moment too much, unless you want me to. It's more trying to avoid plot-heavy stuff. I'm more happy to show that. Likewise, I think I will be doing a spin-off kind of story thing for Final Fantasy at the moment as well. Like a kind of a vlog of where I'm up to in terms of my gaming thing with going towards Endwalker. I know that some people probably do not want to see that much, because I know a lot of people have routed that. I've been playing it for about 3 years now. If anyone has any comments or questions about it, let me know. But yeah, hope you like what you're seeing at the moment. Again, as always, I do ramble a little bit, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, peace out.